Hey there, Caleb Rule with Rule Marketing Group, back with another customer experience feedback session. Totally unsolicited because nobody asked for this, but thanks for watching anyway, right? And today we're looking at CoSchedule. CoSchedule is a known scheduling tool, especially for marketers in the SaaS space. Pretty well regarded. Thought we would take a look at their website, also look at maybe what else we find when we're checking them out in Google SERP. Now, you may notice I actually don't have the usual tabs open. Usually I'm kind of flitting between different tabs that I've already opened on the website. Not doing that here. You will see why in just a minute. But let's start, as we often do, by looking at their search results. So I appreciate the fact that CoSchedule organizes all your marketing in one place. You're literally telling me without me having to come to your website what you do. I like that. That is strong, short, sweet, to the point. Good job with that, right? I do love the fact that they have some of the key links here as well. The headline analyzer is clearly a tool. They have the pricing page. Again, Google kind of picks and chooses what might be most relevant, but clearly we're showing that some of these there's clearly a good website structure in place to allow Google to understand what is most important on the website. So also some good information architecture with the website. People also ask, is CoSchedule worth it? Are they answering that question? Gartner's answering it for them. So, and that's strong, right? CoSchedule is a best-in-class tool. Again, this is some good content that's out there, and it's not just from your own website as well. What is the purpose? You're answering that. This is good. Do you have a free version? Create your free calendar. So there is content on the website that is actively answering some of these questions. Free real estate in Google for you, and all good things that we're seeing here. Curiosity. Here's a how do I. Good, and you've got how do I content ungated. You can get to the support content if needed. Also very, very strong. So far, very, very good from what we're seeing from CoSchedule, right? You've got the Twitter, you've got the images. This is all kind of normal. You've got star ratings, which are looking good. So all in all, pretty strong in terms of what I'm seeing here. And if I was looking to buy, if I was researching, I would absolutely want to visit the website to learn more. So let's do that. Let's open this in a new tab. And we will load it up, again, using Google Chrome. We are in incognito. And right off the bat, this feels a little busy to me. Number one, the page loaded, and I was like, okay, request your demo. There's an image, and then this blue row kind of popped up at the top, right? Complete 4x more marketing projects. So I have multiple calls to action on the page, and then your chatbot fires. I, as a user, am slightly confused as to what to do next. And I have 4 calls to action on the page. They're kind of this, no. Okay. Unnecessary, right? This clearly is a pop-up that's meant to fire maybe 5-10 seconds after page load. And my assumption, I'm going to assume that you're making an assumption that, hey, once they get on the site, they're going to start scrolling or they're going to click somewhere else. And so you don't think somebody will be sitting here on the homepage. I'm already trying to figure out where to go next. And now you've just thrown yet another busy thing unnecessarily. It's asking for me to schedule the demo. I mean, that's cool and all. But even now I have the chatbot and I have this. Completely overwhelming and very much unnecessary. You're not taking me to where you want me to go, right? You clearly want me to schedule a demo. Get a demo, schedule a demo, request your demo now. I think this is too over the top. It could be streamlined to be a much more minimalist experience that lets me kind of go where I need to go. The hello, what questions can we answer for you is totally fine. I think that could be delayed maybe even 15 seconds after page load. You don't need that right off the bat because I'm exploring your site. Let me explore before you bother me a little bit. I don't have any questions yet. I just got here. Even if I have questions because I've been looking at places like Trust Radius or G2 or other places to learn about your platform first, I came to your homepage for a reason. Let me identify what that reason is before you pester me honestly a little bit. So I don't think I like the chatbot deployment here, and I am pro chatbot in terms of how it can be used and how it can add. I do appreciate the phrasing here. 30,000 marketers start their day with CoSchedule. So you have 2 forms of social proof, right? You have a statistic, hey, lots of people are using it. And then we've got the logos, which people understand what most of these logos are, so that is good. Our products. I don't like how us-centric this is so far. Let me scroll back up. All of your marketing, I like that, right? It's you-focused. If I scroll down, start the day CoSchedule, all right, fine. That's our products. Now we're talking about us. It's maybe not the most customer-centric phrasing. Now, I say that, a calendar that helps you see, schedule, and share your marketing, coordinate your team. So maybe it's just the headline, actually. But that's where I'm scanning. I'm not going to be reading, right? People scan, they don't read. The fastest growing marketing work management software. Clearly, there's some SEO happening here for work management software. But the social proof, again, another piece of social proof. This actually might make sense this far down the page because you're trying to highlight some other things. But I honestly may pull that higher because if I see Gartner Magic Quadrant and the High Performer Fall badge, I haven't seen that yet, and I suspect at least a third, if not half, of the people who visit your homepage will not scroll down far enough to see this. So this is the products. The products, since there's 4, I realize that you're doing a 2x2 grid. This could be a 4 column. So that way, if I'm on a desktop, I can just quickly scan through. On mobile, they're still going to stack, so it's not actually going to streamline it at all on mobile. So on mobile, I would pull this higher. It may be we're not looking at it on mobile, obviously. And then optimize all your marketing in one place. Fine, as well. Let me go to that. So this is an exit intent pop-up before you go. The classic, oh, your mouse has left the page, all right? I accidentally scrolled, went up here, or maybe I just went in the menu. I'll have to look at the replay. Exit intent pop-ups to me feel desperate. You may disagree, and if so, that's perfectly fine. But this feels desperate to me. It is also annoying because if I'm clicking to leave, before you go, wait! Is that the impression you really want to give? Let me go. Let me go in peace as well. I found what I wanted to find, or maybe I didn't. And you're asking me to schedule a demo again. This is too salesy for me. All right. If I'm looking to leave the site, why are you trying to beg me to do a hard sell? Hey, schedule a demo. Also, the CTA is schedule a demo. So I'm looking to leave your website, and you want me to sign up to talk to what I believe is going to be your sales team? No, thank you. In fact, that is a negative final impression that you're giving me before I actually click X on the tab. In this case, I wasn't actually leaving the website either. I was going to the menu. So I don't know if I actually got the mouse up there or not. But no. no, and no again. So the menu is short. There's only 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Of course, 8 really with this unnecessary blue as well. So it's streamlined enough, but the drop downs to me might be unnecessary. I don't think you need to point me to the products. They're already on your homepage. We already saw that down below. And just let me click the products, and maybe it just says explore instead of products or something like that. Why CoSchedule? I think this could just be a link. I don't think the drop down's necessary. I just think that the build your case should be front and center. I do want to open that. I do like the fact that you have that you are, the phrase is champion enablement. You are trying to enable the person who's trying to champion buying CoSchedule for their organization. This is strong. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Resources. Again, I get it, but is this drop down actually necessary? Would be my question. If I'm looking for a resource, maybe instead of resources, pull a couple of your free tools up into the menu. I'm actually advocating to get more, maybe content into the menu. Pull in your most popular tool, or just put free tools as one, and then you can have these 3 tools kind of front and center, and then you can have other content beneath it. I think there's a way to streamline this as well. Get started free as well. Clearly, get a demo is your primary CTA. You have it all over the place, but if that's your primary CTA, I don't know if I would put get started free up there, because that actively undercuts me getting a demo. I think get started free would be a much stronger call to action. Get them in the tool, let them try out the tool, and then hit them up with the upsell. So I think you actually have a backwards selling process here. I don't know if that is because marketing is being measured by MQLs. some, just thinking under the hood, what could be driving this behavior? Get started free product signups maybe is not a core KPI, but booked demos are. So therefore, the tactic that's being done is kind of structuring it this way. I do think get started free is much stronger. And then you look at the upsell kind of from the, hey, they tried it. What do they like? What do they not like? Try to get user feedback, something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to walk through the getting started free process here. I'm going to click on it, though, because I want to see what happens. If I want to get started free, okay, very minimal. So that at least that's a good thing. So let me go to build your case. That looks ugly now. That just doesn't even match because I didn't exit out. So get rid of that. The case for CoSchedule. Okay, that's good. Instead of the case for CoSchedule, I might rewrite the headline to be a little more impactful. Minor quibble. I would bring this. This lead is buried. This is good. Now, according to whom is always my question, right? Saves marketing teams on average $50,000 every year. According to whom and compared to what? That is a no context statistic. But that is just like my opinion, man. So I really appreciate this. That is an interactive assessment. Let's just click through it. I have not clicked those before. Sure, we'll go with that. What's the name of your company? Testing your form. Not a valid lead. I don't. Okay, let's just. Sure, if I do that. So it generates the report now. Okay, that's great. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to input a fake lead into CoSchedule's marketing systems. So I'm not going to click on it, but I do appreciate the fact that it generates the report immediately, right? This is good. If you want to run through it yourself and kind of see what they generate, certainly go ahead and input your information, but I don't want to be that guy, right? So let's pop over to the Get a Demo page. Let's see what happens. This at least is short, sweet, to the point. It is 4 fields. Probably could be 3. With the company website URL, you don't need company. But is this necessary? 4's fine. What is this? All right, I'm going to move my face. Oh, it's one of those pop-up testimonial things. That's what it is. If you're not going to consistently deploy that across your website, to me, I'm not a huge fan of that. I think you're just trying too hard with your social proof a little bit. Put your social proof at the front or put it on the Get a Demo page. Frankly, you don't need a pop-up. Too many pop-ups. Just embed the content on your Get a Demo page. Embed the content on the Get Started Free page. Embed the content on the pricing page and have that here, right, above the fold. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. This could be higher, to be honest. This could be right up here because it doesn't take up much space. And then get moving from there. But the social proof, I think, could be redeployed to be a little bit more effective on the site. And where's my menu? Wait, you took away my menu. What? So now I have to click. That to me is a little confusing. I understand that this is a converting page, and so you're clearly treating it like a landing page where you take away the global header, the global footer. But that's jarring because you have it in the main menu of the website. So then I click there and I have to click back to get back. That's also minorly annoying. So I would say that there are a few things where it could be streamlined a little bit as to what's on the website and that user experience that I am getting. But I do also think there are some strengths here, right? Absolutely. Number one, the copy is pretty strong. We also have multiple ways to get in touch. We have some good social proof. Maybe it could be deployed a little bit differently, but it certainly is there, and it is front and center. CoSchedule, obviously, it has a pretty strong brand as well. It is a decently searched term, so people are going to know what CoSchedule is, and if you don't, you're going to immediately know from what's in Google or the headline. I do wish maybe some of the changes would be made to be a little less forceful is the word that I'm going to use. You come to the site and it's just kind of, a little bit just kind of like, go here, now go here, now go here. To be honest, this is going to be this might be a little too strong of me to say, but it felt like a local automotive dealer website a little bit with the pop-up here and the pop-up here and the pop-up here. Wait, don't go. That's not a good thing to me, and it could just be my marketing brain being very biased against bad local automotive websites, just in general. I've seen plenty of them. But that's to me is kind of where I landed. What happens if I just click? Yeah, so I think the menu could be streamlined a little bit to help me get to where I need to go or where you think I should go to test out the tool. I think Get Started Free could be brought forward a little bit better. So, if some of those tweaks are made, what's the impact, right? Where's the so what? I do feel like conversion rates would go up, and here's why. If I am investigating who you are as CoSchedule, I'm not ready to get a demo yet. Getting Started Free would help me build that business case, to be honest with you. I would pull this build your case for CoSchedule much forward. Maybe that should be the primary CTA, right? Build your case, because if you're selling to enterprises, the buying process means that the likely marketing manager is going to gather the information, build a business case, talk to his or her director. That director is going to need to either approve it or, depending on the cost of CoSchedule, might have to go get approval from the CMO or a VP, and finance may or may not be involved depending on the buying limits within the organization, right? So the champion enablement clearly needs to be brought forward a little bit if the enterprise buyer is one of your primary personas. Very jarring that I can't leave here. I appreciate that it's free forever and that you can start it here on the pricing page, but that's a CTA that's buried, right? We are inconsistent as to what do you want me to do. And in terms of marketing suite, contact sales, I'm assuming it's just it's going to be your kind of standard book a demo, right? It's back to the product demo page. So all in all, I think this highlights a little bit of again, another pop-up that I think is unnecessary. I was about to do conclusions, and then just that thing just pops up. You just love your pop-ups, and I don't know why. Nobody likes pop-ups, just in general. You just say pop-up, and any marketer is going to go, ew. That's just how we operate. So I think those could all be removed, and it's distracting from what I'm trying to do, which is to understand what you do, and then potentially even kind of get in touch, right? I'm being distracted by this from actually solving or taking the action that you want me to take. So hopefully this was interesting for you as a viewer of this video. I'm going to switch back to Google because of those pop-ups in the bottom right. All in all, I think initially the impression is really strong if you're looking them up, and they have good reviews and good data out there, certainly. But I think if you come to the homepage, it is jarring, it is distracting, and it doesn't necessarily make you want to do what CoSchedule wants you to do, right? I would argue that's not the most customer-centric experience that you get with the pop-up here, the exit in time pop-up, the pop-up on the contact page. The social proof could be utilized a little bit more front and center. You don't need pop-ups in the bottom of the page. You could absolutely have them more, above the fold on the pricing page and on the home page. The content's there, right? You've got the G2, you've got the Gartner Magic Quadrant. Pull that up, pull that forward, but don't be distracting in the way that you do it. It needs to be much more naturally in the flow of how a user is going to be using the website. And ultimately, that should lead to more product signups and more product demos, depending on which way you want that primary CTA to be. I might argue that Get Started Free would be a much stronger call to action. Let them try out the tool and then kind of pull them in with the, hey, get access to everything, or let's talk, let's discovery call. I think that would probably be a much more customer-centric sales flow as well. But again, we don't know what is necessarily driving those actions. If you found any of this interesting, as usual, not affiliated with CoSchedule at all, but Caleb Rule, I'm active on LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out with questions, comments, concerns. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see future videos as well. We do have a playlist on the YouTube channel just for shorts, right? We'll pull out a clip or two from some of these digital experience feedback sessions, and we'll kind of do some highlights or lowlights depending on what we find. So feel free to follow that playlist as well. RuleYourCompetition.com for more information on Rule Marketing Group. If you want in-depth insights like this and further, much further, I'd fill out forms. I'll test sales. I'll talk to whomever you want to talk to. Some real consulting to get under the hood of what's driving some of the customer experience tactics that you're putting forth. Then feel free to reach out. Look forward to talking to you. For now, thanks so much for watching. Visit CoSchedule's website if you want to check out their tool. I've heard really good things about it. I have used it before, I will say, just to leave them a positive note. It was a really cool tool, so absolutely worth your time. Just be prepared to maybe for a couple of pop-ups if you go to their website, right? So again, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon in the next video. And until then, happy marketing.